Welcome back to the Organism of the Month at the Bean Museum. This month, we're going to take a deep dive and learn about what some call the scorpion of the sea. The sculpin is a fish with lots of different nicknames. The scorpion of the sea, bullheads, and some even call them double uglies, which kind of hurts his feelings. They get these nicknames due to the fact that they're a little tricky to be around. Sculpin are covered, and I mean covered, in venomous spines. One could sting you here, here, pretty much everywhere, actually. Sculpin belong to the Scorpinidae family, along with other venomous fish like the lionfish and the stonefish. These are carnivorous fish set apart by their venomous spines and their low-set faces. Depending on the exact species, sculpin range from a few inches long to almost 2 feet long. Their body is then covered in venomous spines along their fins, 2 large bony spines on their chest, a few more near their tail, and another 20 to 40 tiny little pricks all over their head and face. They also have non-venomous spines on their gill plates and their tail. It's not uncommon to catch a sculpin when you're out deep sea fishing, but if you do, the only safe place for you to hold it is its bottom lip. And even then, most sculpin have a row of sharp teeth. Fortunately, the venom isn't lethal to humans. It's more like the painful venom of a wasp sting than the toxic venom of a snake bite. You still should be careful though. I've heard that it hurts really bad. If you were to get stung, the best thing you can do is soak the sting in hot water. This will denature the proteins in the venom that are causing you pain. Sculpin don't use their venom to attack anything. It's just there for self-defense. You'd think that being so well defended would make you pretty much invincible to predators. But oddly enough, sculpin will still get eaten by larger fish, eels, and even sea otters. Sculpin are edible to humans as well, but most people consider it to be far too much work getting them ready for far too little meat, so you won't see sculpin on the dinner table very often. However, some fishermen will use sculpin as bait in lobster pots. Sculpin themselves have a mostly invertebrate diet. They spend most of their day hiding between rocks. They can even rearrange their face bones to fit into smaller spaces. Then they come out at night and search along the bottom of the pool for things like fish eggs, insect larvae, and even things like leeches. Thank goodness for that one. They're mainly bottom dwellers, which could be because they don't have a swim bladder like most other kinds of fish. And sometimes they'll even just scoot themselves along the bottom with their fins rather than actually swimming. Speaking of fins, let's use ours and learn how to say sculpin in sign language. Sculpin can be found all over the world. Most prefer colder waters, but they're actually not that picky about how salty their water is. Of course, each species has a preference, but most can adapt to living in fresh and salt water. They're able to do this because they have relatively small gills and absorb most of their oxygen directly through their skin like amphibians. This limits the amount of salt that they can take into their bodies. They live for 4 to 7 years on average and lay their eggs once a year. The female lays up to 200 eggs at a time, and the male watches guard and fans them with his fin to make sure they keep getting oxygen. Now that you know so many cool things about sculpin, you can find a museum educator in a green shirt and tell them something you learned to earn the Sculpin bio card. You can also print a sculpin coloring page from our museum website and bring it in for a chance to win the coloring contest and get a cool prize. Go on, what are you waiting for?